Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I hope that you will be fine. Today is our lecture number 7 of subject G.Science. In the previous lecture, we will start chapter number 5, which is about atoms, molecule, mixture and their compounds. In the previous lecture, we learned about the elements and some types of the elements. So today we will learn about the classification of element. So let's start today's lecture. Classification of elements. Elements can be classified into two groups. Elements can be classified into two groups. First is metals and second is non-metals. Element can be classified into two groups, which are that is metals and non-metals. What is metal? Metals are a good conductor of heat and electricity, and they can allow to pass through. Most of the elements are shiny or gray solids, and they can be molded or shaped by heating and pressing. All metal have similar properties. What is metal? Metal. It is a conductor of heat and electricity. It is a good conductor of heat and electricity, and it can also allow the electricity to pass it. It can allow the electricity to pass through it. And mostly elements are very shiny, and they also are gray solids, and we can also can be molded or change their shape. We can also be molded or change their shape by their heating and pressing. Okay, by heating and pressing. And some common elements are like aluminium. In the periodic table are aluminium, copper, iron, lead, mercury, calcium, silver, sodium, zinc. These all are the metals. These are all the metals. Okay, and AlCuF. These all are the symbols of this metal. And in the previous lecture, I will tell you about that. What is the symbol and how can you will write the symbol of any element. Okay, aluminium so the symbol of aluminium is Al. Copper, the symbol of copper is Cu. Iron, the symbol of iron is Fe. Lead, the symbol of lead is Pb, and the symbol of mercury is H small g, and the symbol of calcium is Ca. Silver is Ag, sodium is Na, and these all are the symbol. Okay, I again repeat the metals. Metals, they are the very good conductor of heat, and it can allow the electricity to pass through it. The mostly metals are very shiny, and they are the gray solid, and they can be change their shape by heating or pressing. And maximum you say that all metals have the similar property. They have the similar property. It means that all metals have conduct the electricity. All metal can change their shape by heating. Okay. Next is non-metals. The elements other than metals are called non-metals. The elements other than metals are called non-metals. They have the different properties from metals. They are different from the metals. Non-metals can be solid, they can be liquid, or they can be gas. They can be solid, liquid, or gas. Solid non-metal are brittle, and you can mold or shape them. The solid non-metal, you cannot mold or shape the non-metal solids. Most of the non-metal do not allow electricity and heat pass through them. They are so different from the metals. Okay. We will discuss about the non-metals. Non-metals, they have the very different properties from the metals. Metal can conduct electricity, but the non-metal cannot conduct electricity. We can change the shapes of a metal, but we can't mold or shape the non-metals. Okay, some common non-metals are carbon, like hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, nitrogen, and sulfur. These all are the non-metals which cannot conduct the electricity. Okay, these are the some of the uses of common metals. Okay, metals are widely used in our everyday life due to their physical properties. Number one, state. Okay, what is state? Most metals are found in solid state. The meaning of the states is in Urdu are halat. Okay, most metals are found in solid state. However, mercury is found in liquid state. Mercury is filled in the thermometer to measure temperature. Okay, what first the use of metal is state. Most metals are found in solid state. Maximum, yani you say that the many metals are found in the solid state. However, like mercury, Hg, they are found in a liquid state, and they can and we can fill in the mercury for measuring the for using the measuring of temperature. Okay, second is hardness. As you know that metals are very hard. They are very hard solids. For example, iron is used to make steel, like we use the iron to make a steel, and then the steel is used for making the rails, bridge, ships, girders, surgical instrument, and utensils. And hardness means that like metals are very hard, like iron. Okay, iron, we use iron for making the steel, and then we also use the steel for making a like bridge, shapes, girders, surgical, and many other things. Okay, next is luster. Luster means very shine, brilliant shine. Okay, it's mean a very brilliant shine. Freshly cut metals, when you cut the metals freshly, they have a very brilliant shine. They are called luster. They are called luster. For example, aluminium, when you cut the metal, when you use the aluminium for making the utensils and picture frames due to its luster. Okay, when you freshly cut the metals, they have a very brilliant shape. Okay, they have a very brilliant shine. They are called luster, and like aluminium, which is used for the utensils and for using the picture frames, they are used due to its luster. Okay, like gold and silver, they also have a very brilliant shine. That's why we use it for making the ornaments. That's why we use it for making the ornaments. Next is melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling point. Metals have a high melting and boiling point. Due to its property, iron, copper, and aluminium are used to make kitchen utensils. Okay, metal. The metal have a very high melting point and very high boiling point. Okay, that's why the copper and the aluminium are used for the kitchen utensils. And the next is strength. Metal are used to make sheets, wires, and springs due to their property of strength and reliability. Okay, reliability. Metals are used to make the fifth use of the metal is that of the strength and the reliability. Metals are used. They are used for making the sheets, making the wires, and making the springs due to its property of strength, because they have a very strong strength and reliability. And the sixth use of the metal is conductivity. Conductivity means that you can you can pass the current. You can pass the current to the metal. As you know, as we can learn in the metals, that metals, the property of metal is that they can conduct the electricity. The electricity can pass through the metal. So the sixth use of the metal is conductivity. Metal like copper and aluminum are used in electrical wiring. We use a copper. You have listened that copper wiring, aluminum wiring. We use the copper and aluminum in electrical wiring. They can allow the electricity to pass from them. They can allow the electricity to pass from them. This property is called conductivity. This property is called conductivity. Next is alloy. Next is alloy. What is this? Is your interesting information. Okay, an interesting property of the metal is ability to form alloy. And the interesting property, the property of a metal is that they can make a alloy. That they can make a alloy. Okay, and the alloy can make more than one metals. The alloy make them more than one metals. Okay, and German silver is an alloy of carbon. First of all, I will tell you about that. What is alloy? Alloy, the meaning of alloy. Alloy is a combination of metals. Okay, when you combine the metals with one or more other elements, they form a alloy. They form a alloy. As for example, that you combine the metallic elements like gold and copper, gold and copper, which produce a red gold. Gold and silver become, and when you combine the silver, they become a white gold. So combine when you combine the metals, they form a alloy. Okay, class. German silver is an alloy of carbon. As when we join the German silver is copper, so they form a German silver. So this is a alloy of German silver. German silver is a alloy of copper. Okay, class. And as well as there is a alloy of zinc, which is used in jewelry. Brass, the most important alloy. Okay, brass. Brass is the alloy of copper and zinc, and they can be used for making the pipes, house nozzles, and jewelry. Okay, brass is the alloy of copper. When you join the metal of copper and zinc, they can make a brass. They can be alloy of brass, which is used for making pipes, hose nozzles, and jewelry. Okay, I hope that you will understand the alloy. What is alloy? Next is physical properties and use of a non-metals. Non-metals are found in solid, liquid, and gases. As we already learned that non-metals are found in three different states, like solids, liquid, and the gaseous state. Mostly non-metals are not hot. Okay, and when you go to the metals, they are very hot, but the non-metals are not very hot. They have no shine or luster. They have very low melting and boiling point, and the mostly maximum non-metals are very bad conductor of electricity. It means that they cannot conduct the electricity, and non-metals are widely used and we can use in our daily life. Okay, this is the properties and uses of the non-metal. This is the properties and the uses of a non-metal. These 8 are all are uses of non-metal. Okay, first is air contains several gases which are non-metal elements. Like first, air. Okay, they are made up of they are the mixtures of several gases and which are non-metal element. First is air, which contain the mixture which can contain a mixture of the several gases which are the non-metal elements. Second is welders use flame of hydrogen and oxygen. Welders use welders use flame of oxygen, hydrogen and oxygen for cutting and welding metals. Okay, the welders which can weld any metals, they can use the flame of hydrogen. Okay, they are use the flame of hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, which is used for cutting and for the welding metals. Okay, next is three is hydrogen and nitrogen. Hydrogen and nitrogen gases are used for the manufacture of urea called fertilizers, and what is the meaning of fertilizers in Urdu? The meaning of fertilizer is khad, as you see. Okay, hydrogen and nitrogen gases are used in the manufacture of the urea. Next is vanaspati ghee. Vanaspati ghee, it is manufactured by the use of vanaspati ghee. It is used by the manufacture of hydrogen and vegetable oil. And as you know that hydrogen is a non-metal, so you can say that vanaspati ghee is manufactured by the non-metal which is the hydrogen. Okay, an easy way you can say that vanaspati ghee is manufactured by the use of hydrogen, by the use of non-metal, and the non-metal which is used by the vanaspati ghee is hydrogen and vegetable oil. Next is phosphorus. Next is phosphorus, and the symbol of phosphorus is P. Phosphorus is used in match industry. Phosphorus is used in match industry. Okay, next is oxygen. As you know about that oxygen is a non-metal. Why they are non-metal? Because they are the gas. Oxygen is a gas, and oxygen gas comes in a non-metal. And gas comes in a non-metal. So oxygen gas is used in hospitals. They are used in hospitals. Okay. Next is carbon. Carbon is used for many. Carbon is used in many things. Like they are used for making the jewelry as a diamond. When you make the diamond, okay, the diamond, they are also made of the different carbon atoms. They are also made up of the different carbon atoms. And the eight is graphite. They are also a carbon. Okay, they are used by mixing with clay in mixing. They are used for when you mix the clay in a pencils. When you mix a clay in a pencils, they can use the manufacturer use the graphite, which is also a carbon. Okay, I again repeat these uses of non-metal or the properties of non-metals. First is air. Okay, why air is the property of non-metal? Because it contains the different gases, several gases which are non-metals. And the next is welders, which is use the hydrogen and oxygen flames for welding anything. Next is hydrogen and oxygen, which is used for the making of, which is used for the manufacture of urea fertilizers. And the fourth is vanaspati ghee. Okay, vanaspati ghee, which is manufactured by the use of hydrogen and the vegetable oil, which is used for the which is manufactured by the use of the hydrogen and the vegetable oil. And the fifth is phosphorus, which is used in match industry, which is used in match industry. And the sixth is oxygen gas, which is used in hospitals, Seventh is carbon. They are used as a diamond. They are used as a diamond in jewelry. Eight is graphite, which is also a carbon. Graphite also called a carbon, which is used by mixing with clay in pencil, which is used by mixing with clay in pencils. So here we can end our lecture number 7. So if you have any problem regarding this lecture, you can ask a question. Classes, do you have any question regarding this lecture? Class 6, I will wait for your questions. No one have any questions? How this is possible? जी, एल्यूमिनियम के बारे में रिपीट कर दूं. एल्यूमिनियम, it is a chemical element, and the symbol of the aluminum is Al. They are the silvery white soft. Okay, they are the silvery white soft, and they come in a metals. They come in a metal. Okay, they come in a metal. Again, repeat, aluminum is a chemical element which comes in a metals, which come in the classification of the metals. Okay, and the symbol of the aluminum is Al. Okay, class. So, class 6, if you don't have any query, so we can end our lecture. We have only 2 minutes for any query.